that love you feel for your family makes you weak. You're wrong. My family, that's what makes me strong.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comic Book Burrito Extra Beef. My name's Darien,
My name's Landon.
and today we got a DC movie for you. We're about a week late on this. We saw it opening weekend, but had to delay due to time constraints and stuff. But we're back at it with this is the third DC movie we've done this year, right? Shazam, Flash, and now this. So yeah,
Yeah.
So we are reviewing Blue Beetle. Okay. Let me think. This movie came out. Oh God, what day did it come out? What was 2
Friday
weeks?
last week? That's the
18th. It came out on the 18th.
yes.
Yeah, we saw it. We're gonna give our thoughts here. So spoilers. There are going to be spoilers in this for Blue Beetle for anyone who hasn't seen it. But yeah, what were your thoughts going into Blue Beetle?
I was excited. I mean, I'm not too familiar with the Blue Beetle character.
Huh.
Just I saw him in a Brave and the Bold episode and played him a bit in Justice 2. So that's as far as I go knowledge wise with the character. I mean, big fan. Well, I'm not gonna say a fan because I don't say that much, but I was excited for the movie. George Lopez looked interesting. I thought, I can't remember his name at the moment, but the guy who got to play the main character of Blue Beetle, loved him in Cobra Kai, and I thought it was awesome he got the role.
Yeah.
But I think I wasn't disappointed with this.
Yeah. I I was in a similar boat. I was excited going into it. My previous experiences with Blue Beetle was I guess it would have to be that first Brave and the Bold episode, but that one's the one I barely remember. But I know I've seen it. Definitely Injustice 2 and the oh my God, there's another thing. Injustice 2. What else? What did you name? Because for some reason I'm having a brain fart. Because did you just name Brave and the Bold and Injustice?
Yeah.
Something else that I was gonna name. Oh, Smallville. Yeah, Smallville. He was in that for one episode. Him and Booster Gold. But yeah, that's the only knowledge I had of the character. So going into it, I mean, I was at a moderate level of excitement. Yeah, I guess with that though, we can go ahead and start talking about stuff. We'll break it down. We'll focus on the characters, how the characters were in the movie, then we'll focus on what the story is, if the villain worked or not, and then I guess our overall thoughts after that. So obviously you can, if you need to interrupt or whatever and mention something that you particularly liked or disliked, you can do that.
I was gonna say I do want to bring up a big plus to this movie. I know we will definitely get into it when we talk about plots, but I just want to give praise to the family dynamic in the movie. Is perfect as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I don't know if you'd agree with me on that. I don't know. I mean, I mean, I don't know.
I like it. I thought it was good.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just, yeah. I tell you what, man. It got a couple scenes got me in the feels a bit.
Yeah.
Again, we'll go into those in a minute, but I did want to just go ahead and just give praise to that right away.
All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I guess first let's talk about plot because that's the big overarching thing here. So you have the movie starts with Jaime Reyes, who is Blue Beetle. He's with his family and he wants to figure out his purpose. I think it was like he had a whole conversation with his dad at the beginning of the movie, and it was a really nice scene.
He comes back from college, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, and he's come looking for a job. With his, I think he got a degree or something.
That degree, I can't remember what his degree was, but
Yeah, I don't remember. But
a good degree.
he gets he goes to look for jobs, and one of them is cleaning the house of Victoria Cord. I think it was her name, right? Victoria. I think.
Tori, yeah.
Yeah, she which is Ted Cord's sister. Ted Cord is the original Blue Beetle, or one of them, not the original, but the second original. Okay. Anyway, um, they're clean. Him and his sister. His sister is probably my least favorite character, like in the family area, just because she kind of got on my nerves at some points during the movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't
No, I
like
mean,
major, but
I
like,
mean, I guess you could argue it's like a perfect. If you're,
yeah, I guess that's
if
his sister. Yeah,
you see the love there, but you also see like you get annoyed a bit.
yeah,
You know, and kind of like a sibling. So
that's true.
if that's what they're going for, perfect. But I mean, I do agree with you. Uh, I didn't hate the. It's really weird because I didn't hate the character at all, but
Mhm.
I did get like annoyed. I was like, oh, okay, so I kind of get what your whole shtick is.
Yeah.
You know,
Um, but we have them working there. Like an argument happens between Victoria Cord and um oh my gosh, Jennifer? No, Jenny? Yeah, it's Jenny, right?
yeah,
Ted's daughter, I think is her name. And they have there's an argument between her and Victoria because Victoria is along with this guy named Carapax. Um, he's like a big muscular bodyguard, Craven like dude.
yeah,
Um, they're working on this thing called the OMAC, which is like it's it's like a militarized suit that people can wear. Think Yellow Jacket from Ant-Man.
yeah.
Um, this movie has a lot of similar qualities to the Ant-Man movie.
Very, very similar.
Um, but anyway, they having a whole argument over that, and how she wants to be able to run the company and not make weapons. Victoria's like, well, you don't belong in this company anyway. Um, Jaime and the sister over here, they get fired. And then Jenny offers them a job at Cord Industries. I think it's Industries. And then we go this whole thing, meet the family, which we'll talk about in a little bit. We'll talk about characters. And he goes, and he gets the scarab. And the scarab is in a big belly burger box. And Jenny hands it to him to keep it away from Victorian because that's what they're using to float it into the OMAC or whatever.
Yeah, yes,
And it bonds with him as we see in the trailers and stuff. And he gets the suit. The suit looks really good.
yeah. See, yeah. When it's all practical, it looks awesome. I mean, it
Yeah,
is feel like 90% of the time.
yeah.
So it looks great.
Um, let's see. Um, so it bonds with him. He gets taken all throughout the city and stuff, and it was just chaos. He shows up back home. His family freak out. Uncle Rudy freaks out. That's the best character in the whole movie. Um,
He's just George Lopez.
yeah, yeah. I might be missing some things, but I'm trying to hit the big plot points. At one point, I don't know when. Um, Jenny and Jaime are outside. He like drives this way. He steals what's his uncle's truck, and his uncle passes. That was funny.
What's
Passed
this
out.
taco?
Taco, yeah, that's the name of the truck.
Yeah, the taco.
He like passed out whenever he stole his truck.
Yeah,
um, but hey, look. Anyway, he drives to Cord Industries, I guess to get help because he's got the Beetle attached to him, and he meets Jenny. Jenny's being chased out by security, and so she gets in, and then they get into a fight with the Carapax guy who's got one of the OMAC suits on, and then I think they take him out. Let's see.
They
I feel like I'm
yeah.
like forgetting.
So he knocks him out, but what happened? He knocks him out, but he can't. He doesn't have like
Oh, yeah,
he
he doesn't
doesn't.
want to kill him.
Yeah, and then it
Yeah.
gives him like the upper hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
Um.
you like in your family's weak or something.
Yeah. I don't remember what exactly happens after this. I think Jenny comes back to explain what the scarab is. I do want to point out though, beginning of the movie, it was confirmed that there's like an opening sequence, the scarab going through space stuff is pretty cool. They
Yeah.
did confirm that it gets hit by this green something, and the director confirmed that is a lantern, one of the rings.
Oh, okay.
It runs into, so it was a ring searching for a new wearer out there in space. Hey, it could be Hal Jordan, or it could actually John Stewart make more sense if this connects to the DCU in any way.
Yeah, it'd be John. Yeah, if it is kind of that, yeah, you would be correct.
Um, but anyway, she explains all that whole thing and says that we need to go to my father's mansion. There we can find some answers. Her father was the original Blue Beetle. Saw the comic accurate suit; it looked really nice. Um, and we get this whole thing. His father's been missing, right? We learned that. He brings his uncle with him. We see the bug, which is like big beetle ship.
Yeah.
Um, and then at this point, he Jaime learns to just kind of control the scarab a little bit, I guess. Anyway, stuff goes on. The Victoria Court and all their people go after the Reyes family. The dad dies, and the house gets burned down, which was really
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah. I mean, oh god, I was just like, you know about the thing. I was all like watching it, and I was like, oh man, it sucks. The house is burning. Oh, but yeah, it's like one of those moments. Like, well, at least they still got each other. And then
Yeah,
like the dad even has like a heart attack. And they explained earlier in
yeah,
the movie them having like, he's starting to have like heart problems.
yeah. And it
And
was the worst part was that Blue Beetle was like captured and being taken
yeah,
up.
he's being like held down. Can't like help
Yeah,
him.
yeah. That was. Oof. Uh, yeah, but they take him. They're trying to upload the scarab. It's gonna kill Jaime, but they're trying to upload the scarab data into the OMEC. It works, I think. If I remember, I think it works, but then he gets freed or something. I don't know. But during this whole time, Uncle Rudy, George Lopez's character, and the sister and the grandma and the mom, are all on the. Well, no, I can't remember, but they know the grandma's there. She had a minigun, and they took the beetle, the bug thing, to where he was being held captive. So they're out there fighting. Jaime escapes with the help of one of Victoria Cord's workers or whatever, and he dies because Carapax kills him.
Yeah.
Then we get a whole fight with Carapax and Blue Beetle, Final Fantasy VII stuff.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, and then I mean I know I'm skipping a lot of big stuff. We can kind of touch on it with some of the character things. And then it eventually gets to the point where they're fighting so much Blue Beetle starts to shows or tells Carapax about like what family, like how it makes you strong and all this stuff. Victoria Cord shows up. He turns on her and drags her through the fire. It was awesome. Um,
Self.
yeah. And then Jaime goes and turns home. Let's see. He is with his family. All the whole neighborhood's there, and they're gonna help to fix the house with the help of Jenny Cord. And him and Jen. Oh gosh, they had that scene. Um, I can't even remember. Oh yeah, there was some kind of like a flow of blood to your mid region or something.
Yeah, sun rushing blood to your mid region.
My lord.
Yeah, a lot of jokes like that in the movie. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Talk about like good like teenager like origin story. I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah. And then I think the movie ends there. There's two post-credit scenes though. First, what was the first one? Was it no? The second one was the joke one. So the first one was the one with the reveal, whatever.
Yeah. Yes.
The one that hyped me up the most because, and the director says this could, depending on how things go to tie into the Booster Gold DCU series, which I'm very happy about. We find out that Ted Kord is alive, and he's somewhere. We don't know where. I think he's in the future. With Booster Gold, but we find that out. Scene ends. There's a Easter egg in this scene. There's a pack of Oreos on the desk, and I didn't know this, but Martian Manhunter's favorite cookie is an Oreo. And apparently, the director came out and said that that was an Easter egg, and he said that Martian Manhunter has been there in that room.
Oh, really? That I
Yes.
ain't know.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I hope that means that Martian Manhunter is going to show up in the DCU.
I mean, who should play Martian Manhunter? I mean,
Um,
I don't want that one guy who's the villain in Guardians 3.
oh yeah,
That's what I want.
I kind of like the idea of the guy who plays the wizard in Shazam.
Oh yeah, I do like that too. I do like that. I remember seeing that casting.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on to characters. That was the plot. Oh no, the second post-credit scene. Sorry, it was a joke. Post-credit scene.
Yeah, I like to see it
Apparently,
described.
apparently, it was something that a lot of Latino families would understand. Um, I personally, and I don't think I did either, understood it. But I mean, there's a joke. I mean, at the end of it, you hear George Lopez go, "Oh, that's sexy," or something.
The thing is, I'm trying to figure out what it is. I guess is that like a show or something?
It's like a cartoon. Yeah, it's like
Okay.
it's a popular Spanish cartoon. I don't know its name though. But anyway, the characters. Um, Jaime, what'd you think of Blue Beetle?
Oh, I mean, I'd say that was obviously the best character in the movie. Um, I mean, as it should be.
On par with George Lopez.
On
This is
par with.
actually the George Lopez movie, co-starring
I
Blue
don't know
Beetle.
how I forgot about George Lopez.
He had a bigger
Yeah,
role than I thought he would in this movie.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I thought he'd just be there for like a couple scenes, but dude, there's like time. Well, the thing is, in the beginning, I was like, okay, I don't think George Lopez is gonna be in this as much, but he'll be like a good supporting character. No, he kind of ends up being like a major for like a minute.
Yeah.
They like near the end and all that. He gives like a speech and all that to
Superhero cabron.
yeah,
Putting that at
exactly.
the beginning of this review before we get into it. Clip.
I love it. George Lopez was great. Yeah, main character, man. He killed it.
Yeah. And we do know he's coming back to be playing Blue Beetle in the DCU. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I am very happy about that. I was nervous
Um,
when he was cast and they were doing the whole reboot. I was like, God, if anyone has to be still there a bit, I'd want him. You know, try to pick like one person.
yeah. Um, yeah, I did. I also did really like Blue Beetle in the movie.
What's the
Obviously,
actor's name? I can't remember at the moment.
it's Zolo Maridueña.
Okay,
This is Zolo.
I got you.
Um, let's see. Okay. Family. Let's focus on like the family beside Blue Beetle, and I'm gonna put them all under one category here. So the dad, I liked all of them.
I
They all
love.
made
Yeah,
me laugh. I think the mom was a little underutilized.
yeah, I agree.
Um, the dad had a lot of emotional scenes, and obviously he died. It was really sad.
Yeah,
The sis,
the scene with like the spirit or whatever,
yeah,
like the best.
yeah, that was really good. And then we voiced our opinion on the sister. I said the mom. I said that grandma had a lot of funny scenes.
Mhm.
With the minigun, she says a lot you don't know about Nana. Oh my God.
Did you say she was in like some type of the revolution or something like
Yeah,
that?
she was
Or
at some kind of revolution.
yeah,
Just that scene with the music, it had like kind of Western almost sounding music playing, and
yeah.
like her holding the minigun. She said, "There's a lot you don't know about Nana." Oh,
Let's move on to the George Lopez category.
yes, George Lopez.
He gets his own category.
Yeah,
Um, a
funniest
little
character in the movie.
yeah, I was a little disappointed Lowrider wasn't utilized,
I
but
told you it wasn't going to be.
it
Well, it
should have.
was.
Well, we got time. We got room for the sequel to have it. So
Yeah, that's true.
I I was getting ready for that to be like his entrance too, because I was all like, when George Lopez, I made a bet. I was all like, when he gets in the, there's gonna be a scene where he appears in the truck and it's gonna be blasting low right. You'll be like, dun, 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 you're gonna hear that, but they never.
Yeah.
So L, question mark. I don't know. I'd say
Um, but yeah, I really did like George Lopez's character. I mean, he's exactly the way I thought he was gonna be. It's hilarious.
yeah.
Um, yeah. We got how much time? We got 5 minutes left. Dang. Okay, I guess just not to waste time. George Lopez, arguably best character in the movie. I think maybe even more than Blue Beetle, but maybe not. I don't know.
I'd say,
Uh,
no, I would say he's the best, but he's definitely second best.
okay, that's fair. All right, villains category. So well, we didn't really talk about Jenny. There's not really much to talk about because she's kind of there to like help support Blue Beetle.
Yeah. She, do you think she's bland at all? Or no?
Oh, maybe a tiny bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because I was starting. I feel the same way a bit. I don't hate the character, and nor did the actress do a bad job or anything. I just not. She ain't the most interesting, you know.
Yeah. All right, the villains. So we have Victoria Cord, who is just a real piece of work.
Yeah.
Susan Sarandon, who plays her. Lord.
Yeah.
I
Really hate this woman. So I mean,
yeah,
if that was a goal, definitely. Props to them.
yeah. And then
Uh,
Conrad Carapax felt also a little underutilized.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
maybe
but
not underutilized, more just like underdeveloped.
yeah, because I think his backstory is very interesting with Cord like nuking his mom pretty much.
Yeah.
Uh,
And she's like, I'm gonna fix you or whatever. And it's like, oof.
well, what was the whole goal? Like, help me understand. So he wanted. So why was he
he
working for Cord? Because she like just wanted to fix him, and that's
Yeah,
it.
because she promised to fix him because he's got like all that stuff in his head or whatever, or that thing. OMAC, I don't know what it is. And
Okay,
I don't know. I can't remember. That's why I was.
yeah. So yeah, it's very forgettable. Then we'll say that.
Um, yeah, that's breakdown. I guess we get to the rating and then get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. What would you give Blue Beetle out of 10?
Um.
Had quite a while to think on this.
Yeah, it's a little hard. Because I've been thinking about all week about this. I've been kind of aiming at a 7. Um, 7 or 7.5. I will stick with a 7 because I think both villains are very underutilized and very somewhat forgettable, and they could have been better. And I think that's a major just blow to the movie. But and I thought the story. And sometimes there's a couple like just pointless stuff in the movie. I kind of got not bored, but it's like okay, here let's. I see pacing. Yeah, pacing issues a bit.
Okay.
But I don't know, do you think a 7's too low for that? Because I feel like it's a little too low.
I was going to give, I guess I'd say my rating now, and then you can see the pictures. I was going to give it an 8.
And I hate. Yeah, screw it. Yeah, I'll do 8 because what I would like to see this again definitely. Um, and plus I like to show support as much as possible because
Yeah, hey, we'll talk about box office on. We talked about box office on podcast episode because this is coming out after that, but we haven't technically yet right now. Confusing, but it's on the track to be a success now.
that's great.
Um, but yeah, I guess with that though, we go and get ready to get out of here. That was our rating for Blue Beetle. Go check it out. Um, and with that, we're gonna go. We will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
Yeah.